The latest fallout from that bombshell book about the White House, Fire and Fury. #1 bestseller on Amazon now. It's already been reprinted several times. And now Trump's former top strategist, Steve Bannon, is trying to walk back some of his most explosive comments in the book. Our chief White House correspondent, John Carl, in Washington with the story. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. Well, it took several days, but now Steve Bannon is apologizing, or at least sort of apologizing, for some of the comments that he made to the author of that book, Michael Wolff.
First, the president declared Steve Bannon had lost his mind. Now the White House is slamming the former chief strategist as angry and vindictive.
It reads like an angry, vindictive person spouting off to a highly discreditable author.
After Bannon's comments dominated the news for days, he is finally expressing regret, but only for what he said about the president's eldest son. Donald Trump Jr. is both a patriot and a good man, Bannon said in a written statement. He has been relentless in his advocacy for his father and the agenda that has helped turn our country around. That's a far cry from what Bannon told author Michael Wolff, specifically about the Trump Tower meeting that Trump Jr. set up last year along with Jared Kushner and then campaign manager Paul Manafort, with a Russian lawyer said to have dirt on Hillary Clinton. In the book, Bannon is quoted suggesting the meeting was treasonous and that congressional investigators are, quote, going to crack Don Jr. like an egg on national TV. Now Bannon is saying he has regrets.
He doesn't use the word sorry, he doesn't use the word apology, but he's trying to walk things back, trying to preserve his viability as a leader of the conservative movement.
The sort of mea culpa comes after the president blasted Wolff and his, quote, fake book, and came up with a new nickname for Bannon over the weekend.
I guess Sloppy Steve brought him into the White House quite a bit, and it was one of those things. That's why Sloppy Steve is now looking for a job.
The president is also responding to suggestions in the book that even some of his own top advisors consider him dumb and crazy. The president tweeting, quote, throughout my life, my two greatest assets have been mental stability and being, like, really smart, calling himself, quote, a genius, and a very stable genius at that. Meanwhile, there was smoke seen this morning billowing from the top of Trump Tower in New York City. It was a minor mechanical fire in the heating and electrical system and was quickly put out, although there were 2 people injured, one of them a firefighter.
Okay, John, meantime, this is not from the book, but Axios is now reporting new insight into the president's schedule behind the scenes.
Yes, Axios got a look at the president's private schedule. It's not the one they make public, but the one that guides his day. And they're seeing that he is now beginning his day at about 11 o'clock coming into the Oval Office and has big blocks of time for what is called executive time. Not a lot of meetings, at least not on the schedule. And, George, the president does have a busy day and a long day today. However, he is going to Nashville. He's going to Atlanta, where he'll be attending the National College Football Championship game.
Okay, John, thanks very much.